Hi, my name is Jonathan Lane. I am from Tracy City, Tennessee, which is a small city in Grundy County. For those that don't know, man, drugs have been a problem in Grundy County ever since I can remember. It doesn't matter where you're from, whether it's Tracy, Palmer, Altamont, you can get drugs. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter if you're in high school or elementary school. Anywhere you're at in Grundy County, drugs are available to you. And the reason I know this is because I started drugs at an early age. I was a kid in elementary school and I started drugs and I never looked back, and they just wrecked my life, just took over my life. I had a bad problem, and finally when I was about 32 years old, I wound up in Grundy County Jail, and Brother Tyler came and talked to me and told me about this place called RSM. It took 32 years for somebody to come and offer me help. It took 32 years for somebody to come and tell me that I didn't have to live like that no more, and tell me there was help provided if I wanted it. I came to RSM, and ever since then Jesus took over my life and I ain't looked back. And ever since I got help, I've just been wanting to provide other people with that same help. I'm making sure that it don't take 32 years for me to offer somebody else help. And saying all that, man, there's a big problem in Grundy County, and we need to do something about it. God's looking for people that wants to serve Him and help people. God is just as big, and God is the same God in Elizabethton, Tennessee as He is right here in Grundy County, Tennessee.
Well, this is super exciting, and I know that we've been telling you guys that we've got something special coming. We've got something special coming. There's this big old secret, and it is a secret. It's a secret of God's love. I don't know if that's you, Pastor Tyler, but it's been hard for me to keep it in. I think I've already secretly told 30 people.
Yeah, me too.
So I'd like to start out by saying that addiction is everywhere. It's in every community. It's at every workplace. It's at every home. Unfortunately, it's at every family. It's even in our churches. And it is definitely an epidemic, the epidemic. And that is the bondage of drug addiction and alcoholism. I kind of want to talk just a second, but God, He's making such an impact, and I know that Christ-centered recovery is definitely combating addiction.
Yes.
It's not only sitting back and just waiting for it to creep up on it, but Christ is going out into the battlefield and rescuing our loved ones that are in that bondage. I know that with Highland Recovery, we have partnered with them. Brother Tyler's going to talk a little bit more about that in just a second. But we have partnered with them, and I think, well, how many of y'all seen to recovery? Not only Recovery Soldiers Ministries, but
Since January. I mean, there was a lot before that also, but since January we started tracking, and we've sent right at 70 to recovery. It's just been amazing, life-changing.
When he says that, there is like so many mothers' faces that come before me that's been praying for their baby boys. There's so many children, that come before my face that God reveals to me that's getting their mama back, out of that setting. Those men and women, their lives have been restored, and seeds of God's love has been planted.
Well, that's one thing that we've seen has been a huge factor is not only getting these guys to a 12-month program, it's them buying into Jesus Christ, but then after that is them having a home church that knows how to put these guys on the battlefield and them go to work. And at Highland Recovery and with Recovery Soldiers Ministries, our belief is outreach. We just don't sit and contained to four walls. We get out and we share the love of Jesus Christ. From my personal experience, living in Grundy County, I love it. It's my hometown. I have so much passion to change this place, and I think with my past in addiction, that and the love of Jesus is what fuels me to want to do what we do. But 2 years ago, I lost my brother to addiction. It was right after we ended one of our Fire on the Mountain revivals. 2 or 3 days later, my brother fatally passed away due to drugs. and I've seen the hurt in my mother's life and his children and mine even as well. But not just in our family. We see so many families around in this community that we see personally that is begging somebody to help their baby, somebody to help their brother, somebody to help their sister, and we're excited because we know if they'll buy into this, that Jesus Christ can truly transform their life.
It's the unity of God's people coming together, and as these men and women graduate a program, it's extremely important, and it's pretty much essential that God's body is there, that His church is there. And it don't matter to me. I know it don't matter to you.
No.
Whether it's Highland Church, First Baptist,
That's
First
right.
Presbyterian, Christian. You know what? As long as the presence and love of God is in your congregation, we want to encourage you to get involved in some application of rescuing your people, your children, your community. And so the big news, I know we're running on, but do you want to tell them? How about you tell them? Because I think it's an honor that this is your county and this is your love and your heartbeat. So
we're excited to announce that Recovery Soldiers Ministries will be opening a Grundy County site. We're just, it's beyond words how excited we are for this, how humbling it is. This is something that it's going to help us change this county in such a major way. My heart is with RSM because I've seen the product. We've got so many guys in our church that their lives have been changed because of RSM. But we're going to need your help.
absolutely. I'm talking like every church, every pastor, every lay member, every deacon, every congregant, every choir leader. First of all, we're going to need you to straight touch heaven with this need and pray God's mercy, His love, His grace down on it. Definitely His spiritual insight, because we want to do this in the way of Christ. We want to engage in the mind of Christ and make sure that this facility is built on the foundation of Jesus.
Prayers, but also we're looking for God to send us some land.
Absolutely.
And or a building already, however the Lord leads on this. But if the Lord impresses on your heart, you contact myself or Pastor Josh or Sister Marley, one of us, and we're just believing that God is going to bring this together and bring it together soon.
I've learned this before. How much money do we spend at Starbucks? I spent $3.95 this morning at McDonald's for a caramel frappe or whatever it is. Now I bought 2 of them, James. I could have sacrificed one.
That's right.
And sent $4 to Recovery Soldiers.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? And any little tiny bit matters, and it counts.
It sure does.
$5 a month, we will be unbelievably grateful. You know what I mean? Now, $5 million, I'd probably jump, do a backflip, and a spiritual cartwheel, and we're not going to put a limit on God. But give. Jesus came and He gave His life.
That's right.
He gave His love. And so we got to give and make these things happen. They don't just appear out of nowhere. They come from hearts just like yours. So we want to encourage that. We're actually opening an account at the Tri-County Bank?
Citizens Tri-County.
Yeah. And so you even have an opportunity. You can go in with those people and talk about Jesus and witness and donate into that account, and that's going to go into a building fund. But we definitely want to encourage you to get on board. Get on board. So
I'm excited.
I'm stoked.
I can't wait.
I hope all of you are as excited as I am about this big news that we've just announced. I have no doubt that Grundy County is going to get behind this. Like Pastor Josh said earlier, there's so many people from Grundy County that's came to RSM and gotten help, and there's so many families. I mean, if you go to our Facebook page and you see our followers, a lot of those followers are you. And so it just shows your passion. And that shows why this is even happening. It's because of your hearts. It's because of all the effort, all the prayers, and all the support that you, as Grundy County, has given RSM and Highland. We're just so thankful for this. I know me personally, growing up here, it's surreal. It's just surreal. There's no words to describe how passionate that I am about this and what it means to me to know that I'm just a small part of being able to bring Christ and bring help to the very community that I grew up in.